Hey Noelle,
Hey,
what's new in imaging and cardiology this week?
let me show you. Welcome to this week's update. I just wanted to give you some quick updates on upcoming events. So on Wednesday, March 21st from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. we are going to have an in-service on the Medtronic Link loop recorder. This will be a service that we start doing in the cath lab starting in April, so we want you to get that education as well so that you can keep your patients informed and discuss with the physicians if they ask. We are having our mandatory staff meeting on Wednesday, the 28th of March. We'll talk more about some of our new processes in the new hospital, any barriers. We'll do a deep dive into the charging that Kellery's been helping us with. And then we will also take our annual stress lab competency exam. So I sent out the study guide. Please see me if you have any questions, and expect that to happen at the staff meeting. And then our first quarter CVLs have all been assigned to you in ALN and are ready for you to take, and the due date on those is also March 28th, and it is part of your mandatory required education. The whole care experience is coming up this month. It starts, and many of you will have that training in the next coming weeks. It's a fun, interactive training, and we look forward to coming together as a whole with AHS and having one common mission, vision, values, and service standards. The hospital went live with Code COOL this week. So what that is when a patient has cardiac arrest and doesn't regain consciousness after achieving ROSC, they'll do a targeted temperature management where they bring the core body temperature down to 32 to 34 degrees Celsius using cooling pads. So what that means for you is if those patients end up in the cath lab for any type of procedure, we have to leave those pads on. Because we don't want to interrupt the cooling process. So they are radiolucent and they won't interrupt any of your imaging studies. Charges. We are able to charge all of the admission prep for any patient that we touch. Inpatient, outpatient, anybody that receives nursing care, we can do the pre-admission prep charge. And that'll help us earn the labor so that we can be staffed to the correct level every day. So any patient getting any imaging, biopsy, any paracentesis, thoracentesis, any stress test, TEE, we can do that pre-admission prep charge, as well as any patients getting IVs up on the floor. And like I said, we'll do a deep dive into these charges during our staff meeting. We did our first CT anesthesia procedure yesterday. It went very well, and hopefully we'll have more volume there. Some areas of opportunity that were identified is that the anesthesiologist requested that we don't put the IVs in the AC. Positioning the patient on the table is difficult to get to that IV when it's in the AC. And then he also requested that we just keep the anesthesia foam pads readily available to place under the arms, the head sponge, and so we'll keep those stocked through Barbara in the supply room, and they're also readily available in the cath lab supply area as well. And finally, in our last staff meeting, we did HEALS training, and we talked about service recovery and how you can own that process. So we have our service recovery book that Lou was kind enough to put together for us. Has a little cheat sheet on what HEALS is, and it has all of the gift cards, bus passes, and anything that you can use to perform service recovery on any patient or guest that needs it. So it also has instructions on how to log that and what information Lou will need in an email if you use a card. And And this will be kept in holding, and if you have any questions, you can let me know. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you're doing, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.